A main channel H3H3 video has been released. You heard that right, guys. A main channel H3H3 video has been released. And oh my god, this is something I thought I would never see happen. It's on Hasan, Piker, everyone's favorite political streamer next to Destiny, which, by the way, I do want to briefly talk about that stuff real quick. So we have a tweet here from a user named Dipper, which I assume is a massive Destiny fan, because the tweet here says, "My streamer might be indestructible from all drama." And it's the Hasan Piker content nuke. He's live reacting to it with 11,000 concurrent viewers. And basically, they're celebrating the fact that Destiny still has viewership. Now, okay, so you're going to get me... You're going to get me a little angry, chat. A little bit of an angry, nerdy John coming here. All right, so. These fucks have no actual fucking value. They have no moral values whatsoever. And guys, I'm not even necessarily trying to moral grandstand, but these guys moral grandstand all the fucking time. All the fucking time I have to hear about how these guys morally are the correct group of people. They're the morally correct group that has everyone's best interests at heart. But yet, their favorite political streamer fucking violates women to such a degree that multiple women are suing him. Multiple women are suing him because of how he violated them. And there's like, yeah, I'm gonna watch him anyway. You know, he might have shared okay. This is so fucking annoying. Let me show you a tweet real quick, okay? First, I'm gonna show you the original tweet that's like being quote tweeted. In case you can't see it fully, the tweet says, "One more thing." And I think she's one of the hosts for like the Young Turks. Anyway. You could say whatever you want to say about Steven, Destiny. He fucked up big time, no question. But he never bent a knee to MAGA. He never covered for dark MAGA billionaire class like you do. He sure as fuck didn't sit out the vote to save the country. And J Stock quote tweets and says, "Yeah, Destiny did sexually violate the consent of his friends, wife, and fans, but at least he didn't publish a blog saying that he was politically confused." Like seriously, like for them, it's insane because like by these people logic, okay, you can be a rapist, but as long as you're a progressive, it's okay. You can be a rapist, but as long as you agree with me politically, everything's fine. And that's some fucking bullshit, okay? That is bullshit to the nth degree. And the fact that so many fucking people are willing to excuse such behavior is disgusting to me, okay? Fucking Wick TV, the Snaggletooth motherfucker, okay? Listen, okay? I don't like Mr. Girl. I need to clarify that. I don't like Mr. Girl at all, to any degree. But he does say here, 2 days ago, Atwick TV hosted a community panel of men arguing about whether Destiny is so politically important that progressives should ignore his sex crimes against your female colleagues. You people are fucking delusional and deranged. Takes 5 seconds and imagine how it would feel to listen to someone make excuses for your abuser using his speech patterns and talking points. So you know what? Let's fucking play the clip here. Let's fade the clip. Let's play the goddamn clip.
Charges were pressed by various victims who alleged that he did something horrible. He shared their nudes and other sexual content without their consent. He recorded them without their knowledge or consent. And few victims have come forward at this point to allege this. So the topic for tonight's discussion is whether or not we should, and at what points we should ignore the bad actions, the immoral, reprehensible actions of people on our side in order to gain a political victory or edge. So
does that not sound morally fucking corrupt to anyone else? These people like, as much as they fucking spout about values and protecting women, they don't mean any of that shit. They don't. Let's stop fucking pretending that, okay? Because let's not forget, as we talked a little, like I mentioned it a little bit. I wasn't able to get into it fully because again I ended up having to take care of something. Okay, but let's not forget the fact that a feminist, a self-proclaimed feminist, decided to side with Destiny to line her own pockets. Okay? Not so erudite, is morally corrupt, morally bankrupt. No one should fucking listen to anything these humans, like these awful human beings, say. All right. Before we get into the Hasan nuke, I just want to bring out this tweet. Okay. Trust me, Ethan has been highly aware about how the Hasan camp would react to this. The tweet says Ethan Klein calls out Denims for being caught in 4K in sweeper mode. That language is not a Hasan fan. It's very clear Sneeko lexicon. No comment.
Sad. Feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist, bro. Look in the fucking. You look like a fucking rapist, Ethan. Feel bad for you.
Okay, can I just say really quickly, it's very obvious from the way that guy's talking, he's a Sneeko fan. Like,
it's very obvious he's actually a Sneeko fan. Hasan would not. I mean, Hasan is pro-Palestine, but you know that's a fucking funny thing is when like Hasan and Nick Fuentes, they politically right now are aligned because they hate Israel so fucking much. It's hilarious.
I'm sorry, that language is not Hasan fan verbiage. Like, that's very clear Sneeko lexicon.
That's a very clear Sneeko rhetoric.
Can we just be honest for just 2 seconds? For just be real. Wallahi, that is not. No. Oh
my god, bro. I love you, Hasan. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
I'm so sweaty.
I love you, bro. I have to interview you.
Desmond shows that he is a Sneeko fan.
You're my hero, bro. I love you, bro. Bro, you're the coolest guy in the world, bro. Hold on, I think I look gay in that one.
Can we just be honest for just 2 seconds? For just be.
I don't.
Yes, good clip chimp, very good. He yelled.
Clip chimp? There's no fucking clip chimp there. There's no fucking clip chimp there. You airhead. Okay, guys. Okay, I don't know if you can tell. Okay, I'm a little amped up. Okay, I had some coffee today. I'm a little amped up. I'm very excited for this show. Very, very excited. Cause guys, okay, you know what? In terms of like being active on YouTube, okay, confession time. I've never been able to experience the upload of a content nuke. Okay, anytime I ever watch a content nuke from H3, first off, it was usually just for my own research into like how other people criticize the content nuke. Like for example, the Keemstar one, right? But yeah, I mean, when I was actively watching like other YouTubers, like commentary YouTubers, like Leafy, Early Pyrocynical, and Grade A Under A, Scarce as well. I never watched H3 when they were still uploading, so like I've only known H3 as a podcaster. So this is really fun. Lol, honestly, no comment would have been better than what she came out of her mouth. Dude, fucking okay, Denims is so fucking dumb, man. Like the sweeping from the Hasan camp is so funny. So fucking funny. Because they're all morons. Who fucking cherry pick all their opinions from another moron who probably got all the information from another moron, okay? None of these people are actually well learned. None of these people are actually like educated in any way. Hasan is a rich millionaire himbo who is coasting purely off his looks. Okay, if he was a fucking snaggletooth, like fucking Wick TV over here, okay, he would not have a fucking platform. Okay. Anyway, guys, I'm sorry. I'm a little aggressive. I'm so sorry. Guys. I'm a little aggressive right now. Let's continue.
We knew the world would not be the same. A few people laughed. A few people cried. Most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds."
We think the Houthis also are doing fucking bloodthirsty, violent pig dogs. Why am I held accountable? God forbid you throw up the fucking green Hamas banner.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm cooked,
All together.
I'm cooked.
Happy birthday from Twitch, Hasan. Happy birthday from Twitch.
All right, let's go. Prologue. Why am I making this? Because I think, if I'm correct, prior to this, it's been like 5 years since he's uploaded anything to the mainline H3 channel.
Oh, hi there. It's me, your old friend, Ethan Klein. It's been a while since we've last spoken. In that time, I've had 3 kids, all boys. I've lost 100 pounds, and
Good on you, man.
I've pissed off 75% of the internet. Probably a lot of you guys, too. Actually talking about there at the NRA meeting that's today in Texas. Someone should bomb.
Yeah, not your best moment there, buddy.
Yeah, and I got a tattoo also, so I'm cool like that now. Left or right, I always thought that, despite our differences, there was one thing we could all agree on. And what was that? That we love America and everything she stands for.
Mom and Dad and apple pie.
Sure, there's plenty to criticize and endless things to improve, but I thought it was about making a more perfect union, not tearing it down.
And marching bands, a pride that only
The thing is, there's something kind of scary brewing in America. Communism.
That's America. That's
Hell yeah, I just feel
America
patriotic
to
right
me.
now. I'll tell you what.
I started a show a couple of years ago with my acquaintance, Hasan Piker. You might remember him from such classics as
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it, I'm saying it. Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Holy shit. That's not what I said. You dumb cracker bitch.
and of course, the Leftovers podcast, which was our show, which we made broadly to goof on the antics of the right. Now, to be clear, I knew about all these edgy and controversial jokes at the time we made the show together, because who am I to judge?
Here is Ethan Klein being a delightful human being.
I was just going to say, if there's another Holocaust, if they start rounding up the Jews again, I hope Ben gets...
Yeah, yeah, Ethan, you've had a lot of shitty moments on your podcast, man. You've gotten better. You've gotten better over the years. I'm just saying. You've had a lot of shitty moments.
He presents himself as someone like me, a left-leaning Democrat who supports basic things. And we went on making the show for about 2 years, and everything was good. Everyone was having fun. The audience was having fun. No problem. That was until this happened. We were doing our regular show, and for the first time I noticed an inordinate amount of radical, hardcore leftists. I mean, I thought we were social democrats, not whatever this was. I don't hate the idea of like people who can be successful. I think it's good that people can achieve success in the term monetary success. I mean, that's what that means, right? I do. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Because I see so many people in the chat saying no.
I don't know what y'all are tripping about. Like, what the fuck do you want?
What is the idea that
This is the thing with anyone who says like they're a communist or like an anarcho-liberal, whatever the fuck they want to like classify themselves as. The second they would get power, it would go to their head. The second they get power, it goes to their head and they don't want to let it go. The reason why these people more often than not want some sort of like authoritarian communism or like some anarcho-liberal society is because they themselves believe that they cannot rise above the ranks of the U.S. Economic system. So they want to tear it down so that way they can see themselves at the top, because a lot of these people, especially the people who like make like bread to video essays about why we need communism, they see themselves as people who would like be up top, the ones who make the decisions, where in reality they're going to be the first ones in the camps.
You guys are looking for.
You guys are all like radical communists. There's that many radical communists. Suck it, chat. You're watching a capitalist pig. Deal with it.
And then this happened. This comment from Hasan really started to sound some alarms in my head.
If you're in a socialist country with multiple parties, and one of the parties is a capitalist party, which would surely exist, what would you do if that party started gaining momentum?
The solution to that would always be education and offering more
re-education.
Re-education, certainly, yeah.
Because re-education is just like it's a nice way of saying brainwashing, and the fact that like, and I'm sure Ethan maybe had said that more as like a joke, but like Hasan's like, yeah, man, like that's the way to go. Re-education, okay, you have to we reacted to what was it? We reacted to Liquid Sonic's video on like some bread tuber who was like, yeah, we need to re-educate people. We need to put them in the camps so that way we can re-educate them into our anarcho society. Like, bro.
There should be an enforcement mechanism, and in that enforcement mechanism, I think...
An enforcement mechanism.
Like rehabilitation, which would include re-education as well.
If putting capitalists in re-education camps isn't disturbing enough, I started to notice that Hasan was carrying a lot of water for communist states' war crimes and genocides.
What do you call Crimea? I call it a part of Russian territory, bitch. That's what I call Crimea. I call it Crimea River, a Russian river.
But what's funny is like, if on paper anyway, the current Russian society is not communist. It's just an authoritarian dictatorship. That's all it is. And he's like, yes, daddy Putin, please, yes, take over the world, Putin, please. And like, the dude is so fucking pathetic. Like, I get it, it's cool and it's edgy to like be like anti-NATO, because like obviously like, you know, America's like the head of NATO, so like, you know, it's cool to be anti-NATO. But brother in Christ, have you ever thought about like actually fucking thinking for a second? Sorry guys, given the nature of this episode, obviously I'm gonna be a tad more political than usual. Let me clarify, okay? I am neither right nor left, okay? I make fun of both sides, okay? If this content nuke was about fucking Ben Shapiro, I would be making as many fucking aggressive statements. Don't worry.
Annexation of Crimea is absolutely a justifiable annexation.
Remember, also guys, the fact that he's like, yeah, the annexation is justified. Hasan spouts himself as an anti-imperialist, but he supports the imperial actions of an authoritarian dictatorship in order to take fucking land. This guy, he's only anti-imperial when it comes to quote-unquote American imperialism. By the way, American imperialism hasn't been a thing for like 50 years, okay? The closest thing we have to imperialism now is like doing fucking oil trades.
Tibet was literally a fucking feudal slave mandate, like
so
autonomous zone.
China did them a favor.
That was one. I mean, in America, when I say something like this, people get very upset. You know, we talk about the Dalai Lama saying "suck my tongue" or whatever, but like that's not far from the norm in fucking normal Tibetan existence before the Communist Party came in and
so China unilaterally took over Tibet,
like
these are their culture,
they basically are trying to, you know, homogenize the culture.
If your culture,
They're trying to spoil the religion and the identity.
the part of feudal warlords and slavery, abolishing that, yes, I do think that is good.
No, China did them a favor.
This is a good way to describe Taiwan as well. The American federal government going into the fucking South and killing, unfortunately not all of them, but a decent amount of slavers and defenders of slavery. This is violent retribution from a powerful federal government that squashed, okay?
Tibet is the South in the Civil War?
Yes.
And most disturbingly,
How? By the way, what remains of the Tibet, just fucking Christ, man.
A complete whitewashing of the Chinese genocide against their Muslim minority group, the Uyghurs.
Don't they have Uyghur death camps? Is that?
Yes, they do. They objectively do, yes. And we actively ignore it as a society. We live in a society. But no, in all seriousness, like, no one fucking talks about it because everyone wants the fucking China money.
It's
both right and left. Let me clarify. Both right and left love fucking China money. So they actively ignore issues like the Uyghur genocide.
They were re-education camps, and they are no longer in operation.
Is that
according
true?
to the Associated Press?
Okay, I saw this crazy documentary, and I don't know. I don't know the surrounding narrative or anything about it, but it was about there was doctors in the area. They would be able to procure organs.
No, no.
I'm telling you, they were in China with
that one is like Shen Yun.
They're like,
Falun
we can
Gong.
get you an organ from a Uyghur. But why is that? Is that really that crazy?
The Associated Press quietly fucking wrote an article that didn't get a lot of coverage in mainstream media about how, like, okay, well, you know, all the concentration camps have been closed now. Like, all the re-education camps are closed now in fucking Xinjiang.
Guys. I mean, come on. The camp. I love how he says concentration camps there. He says concentration camps there. Like, he admits what they actually are. That's the funny thing. And he's like, yeah, guys, come on. I mean, like, they did it, but, like, they're closed now. I'm sorry. I mean, like, they weren't. Would internment camp be the better one? What America did to Asian Americans during World War II. Would internment camp be the right word? It wasn't concentration camps, obviously, because but like still they put them in camps. They told them that they weren't allowed to leave. Their rights as citizens, even though they were a majority of them were natural born citizens, the rights were taken away. And the only way they could get out of those camps were if they served the U.S. military, okay? That is a huge stain on 20th century America. A huge, massive fucking stain. Imagine if like a right-winger told Hasan, like, yeah, but like, come on, like, I mean, America stopped doing it. America apologized. Hasan would fucking go off. Like, dude, no, that doesn't fucking excuse the fact that American imperialism. Like, but like, God forbid anyone criticizes his like daddy China. By the way, China. For those of you who don't know, okay, so like the whole like TikTok ban thing, and everyone was using Red Note. Yeah, guess what? Red Note was banning LGBT friendly content because the gays are not in China's views, okay? China hates the gays. China hates black people. China hates anything that does not further the party goal. Let me make that fucking clear right now.
Xinjiang, and it's like very different vibes in Xinjiang, and now, you know, it's the tourism hour.
Let's see what the Associated Press actually had to say about this. These are all AP articles from the last 2 years. UK independent body reports China committed genocide in Xinjiang. China sanctioned a U.S. research firm and 2 individuals over a report about the human rights violations in Xinjiang.
It's the tourism hour.
To China's fury, UN accuses Beijing of Uyghur rights abuses.
Tourism hour.
Uyghur County in China has the highest prison rate in the world. 1 in 25 people is in a Chinese prison.
It's the tourism hour.
48 Uyghurs detained in Thailand for almost 11 years are on hunger strike to protest their imminent deportation to China, where they face imprisonment or execution.
Not only does this AP article seem not to exist, reading the AP proved exactly the opposite. Hasan has happily eaten up the Chinese propaganda on this and has regurgitated it to his mainstream audience. Why is he defending China's genocide of their Muslim population? How does this even make sense?
Especially because, like, obviously he's not religiously a Muslim, right? It's very fucking clear that Hasan's religiously not a Muslim. But like, if his whole thing is that he has to stand by the Muslim / brown people of Palestine, why is he not doing the same okay, so like obviously the Israel and Palestine thing is a very contentious topic. Both sides, there are like some gray areas there, and it's a very complicated issue that needs time to be solved. There is a clear black and white difference between what China is doing to their Muslim population, man. Like, there's a clear fucking difference there. There's no state for the Uyghurs to fight up against China. The Uyghurs are just treated like not even second-class citizens, like third-class citizens. They are treated so badly.
It only makes sense if A, he's being paid, or B, he has the political complexities of a 5-year-old. I know America bad is a meme that people laugh at online, but with Hasan, this does actually seem to be the beginning and the end of his analysis.
2 principles. Let me explain to you. 2 principles that you should keep with you, coming from a person who's Turkish, okay? When you look at a situation in the Middle East, you look at what the local government is and who the Western forces are. Never align with the Western forces. So when I look at other countries, I look at the regional actor, whoever the regional power player is, and then I look at who is backed by the Western superpowers. That's a principle that you could take home with you. If you want to actually be moral, or if you want to be smart about the way you analyze other countries, that's one basic principle that you can take home with you. All of a sudden, magically, you are above on your foreign policy analysis. You're going to be better off than 90% of people that look at the situation.
After seeing all of this, I was already getting uncomfortable with our partnership.
I started to wonder if I had any idea who this guy actually is.
And then
Ethan was like, oh, I fucked up. I fucked up by catering to the extreme left. I fucked up massively.
This happened.
We have breaking news out of Israel this morning, where Hamas has launched a surprise attack within Israel's borders overnight.
After the shock of October 7th, I noticed a huge increase of anti-Semitic comments from Hasan's stream and Discord, including from his head mod. I was disturbed that Hasan was seemingly okay with this.
Can you, do you care that your chat is calling me racist? Do you make any attempt to modify?
I have not looked at my chat.
Moderate that at all?
I have not looked at my chat at all, but you have
I just opened it, but
I haven't looked at my chat.
Don't you have moderators? Do you care at all about what your audience says about me?
There's 32,000 people in here right now.
I'm just trying to tell you guys how it feels. And I'm fucking shocked that you don't care that people in your chat are saying, who the fuck is this child, cold, arrogant,
Ethan,
fuck.
I love you, but there's only so much I can do.
How can you be surprised?
There's only keep in mind, like, if there's any, like, if there's even a fraction of someone disagreeing with Hasan, they get insta banned. So it's not that, there are 32,000 people in here, man. I can't moderate all of them. Bullshit. The people who are calling Ethan racist are some of your biggest supporters, your biggest donators. So you're not going to do shit to them.
Surprised when your Discord is literally full of fucking...
Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do if you're making that argument. You know that, right? Like,
Hasan's chat had been calling me a Zionist, baby-killing genocider. Maybe it is unreasonable that I'm asking him to moderate his chat for a friend. He doesn't even know where I'm coming from because it's not something he would ever ask for.
And all these other content creators actually, you know, whipping their communities when their chat is going fucking absolutely bananas over random dumb shit and bringing my name up for no fucking reason.
Oh, that's right, guys. We have to remember. Hasan can talk as much shit as he wants to anyone. But remember, okay, especially if you're in that fucking Twitch sphere, that Twitch bubble, that LA Twitch bubble. I guess we have to include Texas now because the majority of them moved to Texas to avoid taxes, ironically enough, even though they fucking spout communist bullshit. Anyway, those people, okay, they bend the knee to Hasan, okay? Hasan is like the #1 streamer on Twitch for some reason, okay? He holds so much sway over people because, like, everyone pretends to be a leftist, and Hasan obviously holding the most leftist audience on Twitch. Everyone's like, oh yeah, because they know if they piss off Hasan, they lose a good chunk of their viewership. So he basically has everyone because no one here, because like that's the thing, is that they don't need to have like a political audience whatsoever, these people, but they are so cowardly. They bend the knee so fast to Hasan that he, like, anything he says goes, and it shows because the fucking Twitch staff sung him happy birthday. Ethan played the audio of that. Like, these people just, it frustrates me a lot that Hasan has the hold and the power over people that he does. It really, like, it frustrates me.
That you were just allowing that shit to run rampant in your chat, and I thought that was fucked up.
Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do.
Especially as someone who thought we were fucking friends. I think that's a reasonable expectation for someone who you consider to be a friend.
The problem wasn't that he was pro-Palestinian, because I share a lot of those views, and I've been a stalwart supporter of the Palestinian cause for many years. The problem with Hasan's coverage, and a lot of people like him, was their complete lack of empathy for the Jewish people who were...
Hang on. Pausing for a thumbnail.
Was their complete lack of empathy for the Jewish people who were frankly slaughtered.
There we go.
By Hamas. He refused to show even a crumb of empathy for the Jewish victims.
But listen to what this guy has to say.
And as you might have seen, there was some sort of rave or desert party where they were having a great time until the resistance came in electrified hang gliders and took at least several dozen hipsters. But I'm sure they're doing very fine despite what the New York Post says. But nobody had seen this coming.
I mean, that's insane, right?
I don't even... Yeah, okay. Like,
okay.
I'm
just criticizing people. You don't have to comment if you're not comfortable about it.
I honestly felt at times that he and his audience barely thought of Israelis as humans.
But this dude just called babies militants.
No, I understand. And there are baby settlers as well. But there are baby settlers as well. There are babies in the settlement.
It's like he's acting like the fucking babies have any fucking choice there. That's the funny thing. Is like this guy, like okay, I know when people usually say like pro baby killing, they mean like, you know, like abortion, right? But no, like this guy's legit like pro baby killing because it fits his fucking, like, all Israelis are fucking evil monsters.
Part of running defense for Hamas is downplaying the violence, specifically the sexual violence, which he's done a lot of.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change.
That doesn't matter if
the dynamic for me even this much.
Wow.
So that's the other part of this problem that many people that can't contend with.
Dude, what a fucking piece of shit. What a fucking piece of shit.
Like, the Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not, like, so good. They have magical bullets.
Sorry about the rapes. We're not perfect. Hamas. Nice.
The Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not, like, so good. They have magical bullets. Is not perfect.
Of course, if you compare the raw numbers, Gazans have lost a lot more than Israelis. 40,000 people have died, and neighborhoods have been completely flattened during this war. And while we should keep their plight at the top of our minds at all time, it also doesn't mean that we should disregard the lives of the Jewish people who are also affected by this, even if their suffering on the whole is not as great. Some of you may know that I'm an Israeli dual citizen. My wife is Israeli, my kids are half Israeli, and my entire in-law is Israeli. I lived there for 5 years, and I grew a closeness with the country and its people. One of the biggest issues between me, Hasan, and his community was that I am in favor of a two-state solution while they are in favor of a one-state solution.
And that one state being Palestine fucking wipes away the Israelites. Hasan, like, for as much as they like to say that, like, Israelis are in favor of genocide, Hasan, unironically, with factual proof from his own mouth, is in favor of genocide. He's in favor of wiping out the majority of the Jewish population, because the majority of the Jewish population is in Israel. The whole reason why the majority of the Jewish population is in Israel is, for one, it's their home. It's the religious holy land, as it is for Muslims and Christians. But they were given that land after World War II because, guess what? There was kind of a genocide that went on with Mr. Smittler. And they kind of needed a home. So, granted, there were complications because during World War I, that land was promised to a group of people already, but it was never given to them. The Jewish people were given the land that we now call Israel to make a home out of, and obviously, being the fact that they are population-wise a very small country, they are more often than not, very aggressive with their defense of said country. And, you know, it's a complicated geopolitical situation that, for example, me, I'm not educated enough to, like, give, like, an actual, like, solution on. All I can say is I myself am in favor of a two-state solution. So, yeah.
Their theory is that after the October 7th attack, Israel should just dissolve its borders and let Hamas enter Israel unrestrained.
Borders.
What do you think Israel should have done in response to October 7th?
Instead of indiscriminately bombing Gaza, I think the first thing to do in that situation would be to dismantle the government in the way that it existed, like get Netanyahu out of power.
Okay. So you're saying Israel in response... Hold on, dude. You're saying in response to this terrorist attack, Israel should have dismantled their own government.
First set of actions would be to democratically take Netanyahu out of power. Yes.
The problem is that Israel's been at war with its neighbors for 70 plus years, and it makes a lot of sense that there'd be some distrust there. Is it really insane to think that Jews, as an ethnic minority in Israel, would not be safe? After all, Israel is a country of refugees. If the Jews didn't come from Europe after the Holocaust, they came from the surrounding Arab countries that expelled them in massive amounts following the 1948 war. In fact, there was more Jews displaced than Palestinians during the Nakba. 1 million Jews. All of these surrounding Arab countries had vibrant Jewish communities in huge number, hundreds of thousands. Now, if you look at them, you're looking at close to, if not literally, 0 Jews left in these countries.
Just to give you an idea, here's a visual representation of the Jewish refugees after 1948. Morocco had 265,000 Jews. Now it has 2,000. Algeria had 140,000. Now it has about 50. Iraq had 150,000 Jews. Now 10. And I want to give a special shout out to my boy over in Afghanistan, one known Jew. We know him. We love him. He's the one Afghan Jew.
They were forced to leave their homes, their lives, their property, and migrate to the only place in the world that would accept them, which was Israel. The irony of this whole situation is that after the 1948 war, when Israel won the war to declare its independence, the Arab countries got super anti-Semitic against their own Jewish citizenry that had nothing to do with Israel. And as a result, they kicked them all out, 1 million plus of them, and forced them to go the one place they hated the most, Israel. And now those same people that forced them out of their homes are telling them they don't belong there. So if the Jews of Israel are surrounded by Islamic militant terrorist groups that have stated their goal is to annihilate Israel as a Jewish state, and considering the historical context of Jews being pogromed from Arab countries, is it really that crazy for them to not feel safe as an ethnic minority, even a little bit?
And that's pretty much the entirety of our disagreement. Despite what you've read on TikTok and Twitter, I've donated $6,500 to a Palestinian charity after the war started.
Hey, Ethan Klein, thank you for the dono. Ethan Klein gave $6,500. My goat. Thank you, Ethan.
Condemned Netanyahu as a war criminal. They're led by Netanyahu, who should resign in disgrace and go to prison for being a war criminal. Called the West Bank settlements an abomination. Settlers in the West Bank are religious zealots, they're monsters, they're genocidal. I've even said the West Bank settlers are valid military targets. When you talk about like colonial settlers,
well, that's fucking. Okay, that's where I fucking draw the line. That's fucking wild, man.
And stuff like that's what's actually happening in the West Bank right now. And these people are more or less valid military targets, in my opinion. My only crime is wanting a two-state solution instead of one, and thinking it's not okay to kill Israeli civilians. That's it. That's why they're calling me a Nazi Zionist. And because of Hasan and others spreading this malicious lie about my beliefs, I'm even getting harassed on the street.
So how come you don't like Palestine?
I like Palestine.
No, you don't.
Why do you say that?
Because, bro, you're... wasn't she in the IDF?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Mandatory service.
That's sad. That's terrible.
Yeah, no, because Israel's population is so low, it is mandatory for all citizens, no matter your gender, of serving the military. Because their population is so low that they have to have mandatory military service. So that way they can fucking defend themselves.
Bro.
She was born there.
That's sad. I feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist, bro.
Look in the fucking...
You look like...
This is the clip we saw that Denims react to, by the way. The one she's like, this is clearly not this is not a Hasan fan. This is a Sneeko fan.
Like a fucking rapist, Ethan. Feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist, bro. I'm tired of all these coward Americans in the South trying to act like they're so tough. Oh, I'm American. Oh, you don't even run your own country. You don't run your own country, bro. You don't run your own country. A foreign country named Israel runs your country. Oh my God.
Dude, this guy's so fucking... He sounds like such a fucking frat, bro.
Bro, I love you, Hasan. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
I'm so sweaty.
I love you, bro. I have to interview you. You're like my hero, bro. I love you, bro. You're the coolest guy in the world, bro. Hold on, I think I look gay in that one. Hold on.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, man, I look massive fucking gay in that. Like, bro, does this guy sound like he's educated? No, he's a fucking frat, bro.
Hold on, I think I look gay in that one. Hold on.
Okay.
It's a funny thing about me. I don't like terrorism, and I don't like terrorists. If they're Jews, Christians, Muslims, they're all bad. What is terrorism? It's intentionally targeting civilian population for political goals. I don't like it. None of it. And over time, I started to learn that my co-host, he really likes terrorists.
They do musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you... Look! You think I made this?
This isn't music. I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
Taking over these ships, they started targeting the ships.
People on this helicopter right now?
Yes.
They're streaming this?
Yeah. Yeah. They're flexing.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this is a deterrent. We think the Houthis...
This is a deterrent. You know, this terrorist act is a deterrent, guys.
Ansar Allah is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
You know, I'm a little curious if Ethan watched Willie Mac's video on this to get some perspective. I wonder.
I don't have an issue with them, let's just say. But they are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well,
he is regarded as a pretty brilliant a person in terms of like everything that he's done.
Then I saw clips like this where Hasan is explaining how he's hiding his power level to funnel in normies into radicalization.
I think that in the short term, in order to combat against that, you have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda. You want America, in the way that I feel about it, and if you want America to get out of the way for places with more revolutionary potential to do.
I've seen this animation before. Where, who does this show? Who does this show?
What they would normally do, I think that, you know, one thing you have to do is advocate for a lighter form while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond, you know, social democratic ideas.
I just wanted to like put emphasis on the exact point of the so-called radicalization funnel where, for example, Hasan and JT catch them while they're young, as they say, and then they start looking into this new idea, etc., and then move forwards through the funnel, get more and more informed, get more and more radicalized. You do your part in the funnel for the cause or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You're doing, in my modest opinion, a great thing for the cause. Great thing for the cause, brother. Great thing for the cause. Great for the cause.
Now listen to Hasan during our very first conversation lie to me about how he's a social democrat to hide his power level.
We should move towards a Sweden-style economy or a Norway-style economy, which would be a social democracy.
You have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda
with robust social safety nets.
Called radicalization funnel, catch them while they're young, as they say.
And protections for workers, like higher unionization rates.
A lighter form, while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond social democratic ideas.
Hell, he's proclaimed it loudly that he is a self-described propagandist.
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no.
For the record.
I'm not calling you that. I'm just saying. I'm going to play you.
I'm saying I am.
Okay, well then, I want to
I'm saying I am. I just before you even play it.
A propagandist is much more than someone with a bias. It's someone who knowingly lies to further their political agenda.
And then I had a terrifying vision. Had I been duped? Was Hasan presenting a Trojan horse to my community, where he was just a left-leaning Democrat like myself, and as he said in the previous video, was funneling them into radicalization and turning them against me?
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
I learned how much he hates liberals.
Dude, I hate liberals, dude. I hate them. I hate them so viciously.
Did he secretly despise me this whole time?
I'm sorry, dude. I hate liberals so much.
Did this man sit next to me for 2 years and pretend to be my friend?
Dude, liberals are a
Yes, he
burden.
did. He did, Ethan. Okay? Because let me tell you this. The first group of people they round up during a fucking communist revolution, it's always the fucking Jews. Because of the whole stereotype of Jews are the bankers and all that shit. Dude. What the hell is this BS? This is the lovely Hasan Piker, okay?
On this planet, dude.
Liberals are the most like scummy, vile fucking idiots. Liberals are incredibly stupid. I hate these petulant liberals, dumb fucking liberals.
What else is someone this sociopathic capable of?
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
Was I being manipulated this whole time?
That was my fear anyway. Regardless of his true beliefs, that broke my trust in him, and I pretty much ended the show immediately. And I felt guilty for my participation in mainstreaming Hasan. And for that, I apologize. I should have done more research, and I should have looked more deeply into who I was getting in bed with before they gave me chlamydia. Sorry, Hila. Over the past...
Oh, is she holding the camera? Oh, that's cool. Old H3. That's nice. That's nice. Alright, John, it sounds like Hasan is trying to be a cult leader. Anyone else get that vibe from this? I definitely get that fucking vibe.
Years since the show ended, I continued.
If you watch like any like actual Hasan fan that goes up to him, they treat him like a cult leader. That's the funny thing.
To watch Hasan platform, promote, and propagandize terrorist organizations. And every time it happened on Twitch, I would say, man, this time surely he went too far and someone's got to do something. But as the time went on, nothing happened and his views got more and more radical and more disturbing. I feel it's my obligation after mainstreaming someone like Hasan to take this on. And so it was war. Nuclear war.
I stand before you following the footsteps of intellectual giants.
One thing we've been hearing
nothing
for weeks.
but a simple man.
Now,
a simple man who understands right from wrong.
Yeah.
I
you're an
sometimes
important,
that's all that
influential
matters.
voice to a lot of people.
I'm an idiot, I'm a dumb bimbo, I don't know what I'm talking about.
And there are some things.
I've gotten dumb with it. It's not. As a matter of fact, I seek it out because I make content out of it. I think it's funny and fun.
And there are baby settlers as well.
Can you just shut the fuck up, bloodthirsty, violent
Oh, this is
It happens out of nowhere.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen.
Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video.
No way, you got the sponsored? Sweet. That's fucking funny.
ExpressVPN is an app that lets you change your location. Let's see what you can do with this power. Well, you can sign up for Netflix from a different country, but why would you want to do that? It was $14. It's now $3.66. Okay, but it even gets better than that. Netflix and all the streaming apps have different catalogs for each region. So let's say, for example, I want to watch some Dragon Ball Z Broly, but it's not available in the USA. Psych! All you need to do is switch locations to Canada, refresh, and boom, that easy and fast, Dragon Ball Z time. I use these websites to help find whatever shows I'm looking for. You can type in the show you want and it will show you which region to connect to. The amount of content I have access to is insane. It's super easy to use. It's an app you connect to, and then you pick which country you want to connect to. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Go to expressvpn.com/h3hc for 4 free months, or scan the QR code, or go to the link in the description. Thank you so much to ExpressVPN. And now, back to our program. Meanwhile, at Twitch HQ, the marketing team is strategizing on a new advertising vertical. My friends at Twitch headquarters, the executives, the influencers.
Broken in the background. Missing streamer. All.
Hasan, nice to see you. Frogan, front row. I am here to present to you an extraordinarily exciting opportunity. We have not tapped this market yet. Now, don't panic, okay? Because you're going to want to panic when I tell you, but listen and learn. Who's billions of dollars, eager to spend it? And what, people are too cowardly to reach out and take the money?
Not us.
Terrorism. Terrorism. Twitch is perfect. You could broadcast it straight into the veins of 18 to 35-year-old men. So here's what I'm suggesting. Hasan Piker. Yeah, we'll get drinks after the show. No, you. He's such a great guy. No, you. Give it up for Hasan Piker, everybody. Happy birthday, buddy. This dude can package anti-Semitism and anti-Americanism like nobody else. In fact, you guys got him on the front page. And he's doing terrorism for free. Basically, gentlemen and gentle ladies, Frogan, you look good today, girl.
Babe?
Girl, you look good. Great job on that Arab tier list. That was good. How much we get for that? Yo, you got 10 million from Qatar for that? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Twitch. Here's the thing, with help from people like Hasan, terrorism is like in the eyes of the beholder, right? They're not terrorists, they're, go ahead, he knows.
Freedom fighters?
Freedom fighters. We are fighting for freedom. What about the rapes and the murders? Don't mention that. What's wrong with you? And another one, the resistance isn't
not
perfect. Right? Gotta crack some eggs, man. Hasan, you know Socialism didn't buy you that car.
Oh yeah, dude. The clip of him buying that car is fucking hilarious. He's like, I want to give back to the community. And I think one of his friends goes, oh yeah, you're buying that car for your community.
If I knew that this is what communism would be in 2024, I wouldn't have bothered with this shit. Really. A Porsche is the symbol of the capitalist excess. What the fuck is he thinking? You guys actually believe this idiot is a socialist? Forget a religion. Hasan is the opiate of the masses. Straight to the gulag for anyone subbed to this idiot.
Or that designer dog?
This breed's stunning fluffy coat comes with a price. Chow Chows shed all your...
Very cute, by the way, but those are expensive. The point is, we have the biggest political streamer on our platform that is influencing media and influencing young kids everywhere. If we can normalize terrorism, if we could rebrand it, then fuck the US Navy. You know how much those guys don't pay shit. You see the Army ads on Twitch? The Army, it's fucking broke, dude. I'll tell you who loves America more than the Army. Qatar. Well, I don't know if love's the right word, though. They're paying more. Good CPMs coming out of Qatar. But you kids love anime, right? Can't get enough of it. But look at what we've already done with Hasan. You're the fucking man, dude. Happy birthday again, man. No, we got a big party for you after. No, don't do it. Let's wait, because we got a big party and a cake and everything for you after in the back. The prostitutes, too. Don't tell anyone. That's part of the past. Look what we've done already. This Houthi pirate. I mean, who are you kidding? This guy's a fucking terrorist. He literally tweeting out he wants to kill Jews and put their heads on pikes. And somehow, not somehow, because of his genius, we have rebranded the Houthi fucking pirates, the Houthi terrorist organization. Yeah, the Islamic fundamentalists. Death to America, curse upon the Jews. That's right. That's the Jolly Roger of this man here.
Dude, he's just Luffy. That's all he is. He's just Luffy, guys. It's Luffy from One Piece. it's Luffy from One Piece, guys.
Other than Monkey D. Luffy. So let's get out there, guys, and let's make 2025 our biggest year, guys. Come on, guys. The resistance isn't perfect. The resistance isn't perfect. Yeah, let's get them. If you want to know where on the political spectrum Hasan sits, take a look at a recent media analysis by Ad Fonte, which rated Hasan as the most extreme left-wing, untrustworthy media source on the internet. And to give you an idea, he is opposite of InfoWars. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Hasan loves all terrorists, but what I will say is that there isn't many he don't like. Let's start with our good friend Luffy here and his organization, the Houthis. And yes, this is what it looks like. They are hiling Hitler. The Houthis are an Islamic military group. They're known for their cruel measures, forcibly recruiting child soldiers, shelling civilian areas, and blocking food from entering already famine-ruined parts of Yemen. They've also set up landmines in agricultural spots, making the fields virtually worthless. Women have virtually no rights, and homosexuality, of course, is punishable by death. That lines up with leftist values. Now, just how little rights do women in the Houthis Yemen have? Well, according to this, there's been 1,181 violations committed by Houthi rebels against women, including torture, rape, and murder. So, not great. The Houthis have a very wholesome flag, as you can see here. It says, translated, Allah Akbar, death to America, death to Israel, and a curse upon the Jews. And that's all of them, not just the ones in Israel. And of course, victory to Islam. I get amused when these terrorists are like, we hate Jews. We want to kill Jews. And then people like Hasan are like, you're fucking racist for saying that they just want to kill Jews and that they're terrorists, man.
What you meant to say is Hezbollah is Muslim.
You're not thinking deep enough about this topic.
My criticisms of the Houthis slogan do not factor into what they are doing. Of course,
their slogan doesn't factor into what they're doing, guys. I swear. It doesn't actually factor into what they stand for. We promise. Hasan, you are a fucking moron. You're a fucking moron, Hasan.
It is anti-Semitic, but contextualizing it matters. Yeah, it's really interesting because like that is such Western-focused propaganda Like for a Palestinian to arrive at anti-Semitic opinions, okay, they don't need to read Mein Kampf.
Oh, I almost forgot the most fun one. They brought back slavery.
You think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do?
That lines up with leftist values. All right, so these guys are clearly the bad guys. So my question is, how does Hasan cover such a genocidal, violent, misogynistic, homophobic, terroristic organization?
Oh, you want to see a Houthi musical?
Sure.
These were the people that the Saudis were killing, by the way. Just so you know, these fucking musically gifted individuals.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I need the money, guys.
I'm gonna grab my food.
You know, I know some racist Southerners who are gifted with music too. I don't think that excuses any of their opinions, right? I don't think that excuses any of their opinions. Guys, okay, I know they're saying deaf to like black people, right? But hey, they're musically gifted.
I'm so confused. What is this?
اسأل أصحاب الفخامة والمعالي واسألوا عن الحشود العسكري يوم سيطرنا على الخوبة بآلي ما نبالي بالهمر والمدفعية.
Yeah, he did. He left you in the room with a propaganda video.
That's right, my friend. Hasan just played straight up terrorist propaganda without even being there to analyze it. Surely this must be against terms of service. Twitch does not allow content that depicts, glorifies, encourages, or supports terrorism or violent extremist actors. For example, displaying or linking terrorist or extremist propaganda even for the purpose of denouncing such content. Denouncing? Okay, but what's the rule for endorsing it? Is that okay? The answer is yes, as Hasan was never punished for this blatant violation of Twitch community guidelines. Got it. So denouncing terrorism is bad. Don't do that. Endorsing terrorism is good. Okay, got it, Twitch.
What is going on? Can you explain this? This is a 3-minute video of. What do you mean a music video? When you said music video, I'm expecting like bad example, Chris Brown dancing. You know?
No. They do like they do musicals. They're very musical people.
No, it's musicals. It's
I
musicals.
know.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
This isn't music. I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
No, it is. They do musicals about like their fucking like their actions.
Dude,
all the time.
all the KKK has to do in order to win Hasan over is just like make a fucking awesome music video. Of course, he got away with a TOS violation. Same with Logan Paul. I'm so fed up with influencers getting regular people get shafted. Yeah.
Time.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I've got this. Instead of terrorist propaganda, let's call it musicals.
They do musicals.
Instead of violent jihadists, let's call them musically talented people.
They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Guys, let's just use our brains. Fiddler on the Roof, Wicked, Alexander Hamilton, man. There's no reason we can't put these Houthis on Broadway.
Well, they go, listen, you want to fucking bring a ship through here? We're going to take it. So that's exactly what the Houthis start doing. They start fucking sending in helicopters onto fucking ships. Bro, they fucking, look at this. They got the Palestinian flag that they painted under the helicopter with the Yemen flag. They fucking they start overtaking the ships. And they're like, guess what, dog? No more trade to Israel. If you are sending ships into Israel, if you are owned by an Israeli subsidiary, if you're owned by an Israeli corporation, we're going to take over your ship. You cannot fucking use this trade route anymore. Guess what, bitch? It's our fucking territorial boundary, and we're going to enforce this until you stop doing genocide in Gaza.
So let's review his claims. His first claim is that the boat is headed for Israel. It's not. It's going from Turkey to India. The next claim is that it's owned by an Israeli company. It's not. is being chartered by a Japanese company, and the boat's owners are registered in the Isle of Man. I'd like to remind everybody that the crew that's kidnapped in this video has been missing for over a year now with zero updates on their health, whereabouts, or anything.
That lines up with leftist values.
Hasan's third claim is that this attack happened in their territorial waters, which is also a lie. It happened in international waters. Hasan is lying for the Houthis like he's being paid. And honestly, at this point, is he?
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no.
For the record.
I'm not calling
I'm a
it that.
propagandist.
This is like a hostile. They're streaming this?
Yeah. They're flexing.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this is a deterrence. Israeli society is going to start getting upset. They're going to be like, I can't get my treats. I can't get my Amazon Prime deliveries. What the fuck is going on? I hate this. Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
I find it disturbing that Hasan thinks that a slowdown of imports is going to cause Jews to flee Israel. 80% of Israelis were born there and do not have citizenship anywhere else. So where do you want them to go, Hasan? Back to Poland or back to the Arab countries they were forced out of?
Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
By telling the Jews of Israel,
I just wanted to fucking leave Israel. That's where it's like, guys, we don't want them to be killed necessarily. We just want them to leave. But like, where to? Where to, Hasan? To the US? You wouldn't like that. Should they go to Arab countries? Would they be accepted in Arab countries? Would you make sure that they were accepted? Or would you just excuse anything bad happening to them? Because, well, they did supposedly try to genocide. This guy wants to see Jews eradicated. Let's be honest. Hasan wants to see the erasure of the Jewish people.
Israel to go back where they came from, Hasan attempts to deny Jewish heritage in the Middle East. It characterizes them not as indigenous, but as white colonizers. This is despite the fact that 60% of Jews in Israel are actually native to the Middle East.
This is wild.
So these guys did all of this, right? They did all of this.
Is that their helicopter?
Yeah.
That looks like a legit helicopter.
It is a legit helicopter.
This is wild.
So they take it over, and they tell the people in the ship, usually mostly Filipino people, Filipino crews.
Oh.
And they're like, all right, well, we got no problems with you, but you're coming with us. We're taking over the ship.
What an incredible way to characterize having a gun in your face. Hasan is asking us not to believe our own eyes as we watch terrorists hostilely kidnap the crew.
We got no problems with you, but you're coming with us. We're taking over the ship.
And once again, the crew is still MIA for over a year, prisoners to a terrorist organization. But don't worry, guys. Hasan says they have no problem with them.
They're like, all right, well, we got no problems with you, but you're coming with us.
This is a 3-minute video of what do you mean a music video? When you said music video, I'm expecting are you being serious? I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
I bet Hasan's friend really appreciated being fed terrorist propaganda on camera. Let's see what he had to say.
Because hell, even a couple days ago, I was hanging out with my buddy Hasan, and this guy unironically put a terrorist propaganda music video on and then left the room.
Left the room?
Yeah, and I was just like, and the thing is, in hindsight, it's hilarious, But at the same time, I'm like, what is going on here? This is wild to me.
Yeah.
But he was like, yo, they're such great dancers. Look how
Oh
good
my god.
I was like, okay. Wait, is that how it works? If you watch a politics TikTok, you get recommended Hasan right after? Is that how it works? Bro, he's all over this page. That's crazy. Click it.
Interesting.
Dude, Hasan be saying some wild stuff, man. So I don't know if we can.
Here's another incident of Hasan enjoying some Houthi propaganda.
Dude, this is straight up propaganda. Just straight up, there's no music video here. Also, I love drinks a Diet Coke casually.
How can they not agree with the Houthis when this is the kind of music video that they're coming out with? They got a beautiful voice too. Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude. The fucking mixtape.
Oh, Hasan, my sweet, naive friend. You say that Jews don't sing and dance like that? Then what the fuck do you call this?
What am I about to watch?
That's right, bitch. What the fuck you stepping on our shit?
Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude. The fucking mixtape. Got a beautiful voice too. Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude.
What is this edit?
Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got it.
What the fuck is this?
Houthis been real quiet since this dropped, dude.
Now we come to our sweet, beautiful, cute little TikTok twink. This hairless young man is the fantasy of every tween and twix and all the boys and girls on TikTok. He's cute. He's got a mustache. He's a freedom fighter. Beautiful eyes. They call him Timothée Chalamet because he's a Houthi.
Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean? Excuse me. Of course I'm about to have a... I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism.
I'm a journalist.
It's so weird. It's so weird. Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, why are you doing that? Bro, you are going to get banned? I think it would be ridiculous to do that.
Hasan now has the opportunity to express his journalistic chops, to get his boots on the ground and show us just how good of a reporter he can be.
I'm doing journalism, chat. Does he know what One Piece is?
He's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. Yes. Love you too, man.
By the way. So this dude that he's interviewing, this is the guy who's been media trained. He is I'm sure he actually does believe in the cause, but the whole reason why he's the Houthis use him is so that way they he's basically their propaganda machine. He's the face. It's very he's purposefully an attractive young guy. So that way so that people like Hasan's audience can fucking swoon over him.
Big time, yeah.
I love you. I love you so much.
We're big fans of the Yemeni music videos. You can tell them that. I want to ask him about the knife. The knives are sick. What's up with the knives? You know, the curved knives.
If one of those knives comes out in front of you, it's not going back until it has blood on it.
Oh, okay. My bad. Well, I mean, I think it's cool, though. That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? I don't understand.
The crews on these ships, and they win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
The charm of having a gun in your face. Real charming.
That's so funny. I'm a journalist.
It's
okay?
14 pages.
Teddy with the $4.99. Thank you, Teddy. Propagandist. He's just like me, Hasan Piker. Nice, man. Thank you for the $4.99, Teddy.
Journalism. It's so weird. It's so weird. Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, "Why are you doing that?" What do you mean? I'm just chilling. We're just having we're just vibing. Yeah, we're just vibing, man. We're just
big vibing.
Hasan uncritically interviewed this kid for about an hour. It was the most brazen display of disgusting terrorist propaganda that I have maybe ever seen in Western media.
What has happened to, does he know what has happened to any of the crews? Like, I heard they...
Hasan almost asked a good question, but it's actually leading to the most obscene part of this interview.
He's saying he hasn't spent much time with Chinese people, but one of the captain was Chinese, and he did caught with them, and he danced some music with them, and he was vibing. So he likes him, yeah.
So, I mean, what... That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
Ask yourself, why is he able to hang out with the captain and the crew of this pirated ship? Why would he even have access to that? Hasan knows why. Of course, he is a Houthi terrorist. Instead of challenging him and demanding more details about these kidnapped and missing people, he just runs defense for this guy, acting like he doesn't know why that would even happen.
He's saying that they win over the crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
That's so funny.
It is super funny, the idea of kidnapped crew members who are being forced, probably at gunpoint, to do some death to Americas and maybe some curse upon the Jews. And frankly, the callous disregard for the well-being of the literal hostages is shocking, even for somebody that loves terrorists.
That's so funny. Is there a KFC there? They're everywhere. I don't think there's a KFC in Yemen, dog.
He says they have two.
Oh, they do have KFC in Yemen? That's crazy. Okay, that's sick.
Is there a KFC in Yemen? No way, dude! Holy fuck! There's a KFC in Yemen! He's just like us!
Does he know?
Dude, I bet you their KFC is probably just as dog shit too.
Know what One Piece is?
He's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. That's fire. That's so fire. Oh my God. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
You guys all remember Luffy's flag, right? Now, I'm only halfway through that show, so maybe I just haven't come to it yet. But I do not remember Luffy's flag looking like this. Predictably, there was some blowback after this interview, and Hasan went immediately into damage control to rewrite history.
He said that he was just simply a Yemeni person and not a Houthi. Yeah, I mean...
he's not a Houthi terrorist now. He's just a Yemenis person who aligns, I'm sure, with the Houthi cause, right?
I don't even know if he's a Houthi or not. He's a teenager in Yemen. The dude is neither a Houthi, nor a terrorist, nor a pirate. Is not a Houthi rebel.
Yo, dude, it's fucking hilarious, bro. Fucking hilarious. Dude, the fact that like, cause like Hasan's weird, cause like he doesn't care necessarily what the mainstream thinks about him, but at the same time he does. So like he'll do outlandish shit like this, right? And then like, no, I didn't do that. I swear.
They didn't fucking call him a Houthi either. You want to know why? Because he's not one. He's not a Houthi himself. He's not a pirate, but you know, I don't think he's a. No, he's not a pirate.
You called him real life Luffy, bro.
He has reiterated the position that he is not.
Dude, I fucking love how like Hasan just pretends like clips of him saying that the dude's a Houthi rebel does not exist, a Houthi pirate.
Houthi. Trust me, bro, I'm not Houthi. Be for real. You sucked him off the entire stream. Not even a Houthi militant or anything like that. When I interviewed the dude who they still to this day call a Houthi terrorist, Tim Houthi's not even a fucking Houthi. I thought he wasn't a Houthi because he's not. No, he was just some fucking Yemeni TikToker. Random fucking Yemeni teenager. Didn't you brand it as him being a Houthi interview though? Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream?
Dude, you say that. You pretend like the clips of you saying that don't exist. That's the frustrating thing, Hasan. Hasan, you're dumb. You're dumb, Hasan. You shouldn't have a career. You shouldn't have a career at all. But you do, and it's sad. It's sad.
Yes, brother. What do you mean?
All right, let's just take Hasan's word for it and assume, okay, this kid is not a Houthi rebel. He's just some ordinary Yemen teenager. Let's go ahead and take a look at his social media and see if that lines up. All right, let's see here.
Tel Aviv will burn in the coming hours, ready for sacrifice and eager for martyrdom. Maybe he's talking about football? Here he is singing a song with the words, "Do you threaten us with what we are waiting for, son of a Jew?" The meaning of Houthi is a title, and it's not something to fear, but for the Jews. They are very afraid of this title. The execution we will carry out on all Zionists, with the lovely depiction of a man impaled through his asshole and out of his mouth with a pike, or how Hasan likes to say it, a pike for a cut. Okay, why would he retweet this article called "Houthis use social media to boost global prominence and support"? Israel falls. Wait for the new operation in Tel Aviv. The Jaffa drone, which no Israeli defense can stop. The ships we bombed and sank. I know the red arrow is supposed to be a cool military Hamas thing. This is a butt plug. Just saying. To every Zionist, I will put this into your stomach. And let me state the obvious. Jew and Zionist is clearly interchangeable to this guy.
Yeah. Dude, replace the word Zionist with Jew, and they sound like Hitler. They sound like legit Nazis. No, yeah, if you're going to hang out, if you're going to do a hangout stream with a Houthi, just commit to being that guy. Don't do that and then, like, you aren't that guy, lol. Okay, but actually replacing son of a bitch with son of a Jew. You son of a Jew. Oh, Jesus. Jesus.
Okay, but hating Jews doesn't make you a Houthi. Are you a soldier?
Yes.
That seems pretty definitive. You know what makes you a Houthi? Being a Houthi. At least one of the two of them is being honest about it.
No way!
Yeah.
Most wanted terrorists.
Yes, that's fire. And that's so fire. Oh my God. We think the Houthis is doing what Luffy would do. They're tweeting an image of a Jewish person on a pike. I don't understand why this problem can't be approached with nuance. Because he is a teenager in Yemen, dude.
Talk about the bigotry of low expectations. He's a kid in Yemen, dude. What do you expect? Of course he's going to want to put a pike through a Jew's asshole and through his mouth. That's just what kids in Yemen are like, man.
And also, what do you mean? It's just a person on a pike. There's no Jewish person on a pike on that photo unless I saw something different.
Hasan claims this isn't even a Jewish person on the pike. How exactly is a naked, piked person supposed to look like a Jew for you, Hasan? You know what? You're right. Let me make it a little clearer for you. First, he needs a bigger nose, right, Hasan? Of course, he needs a yarmulke, the curly things. Oh, look, Hasan, he dropped his dreidel. He must be Jewish for sure.
Dreidel.
Or, you know,
I made it out of clay. Dreidel.
Well, you could just read what he wrote, you dumbass, liar, terrorist-loving, propagandist piece of shit.
This is why this entire conversation is fucking idiotic.
Damn.
It's not a Jewish person. He said, this is, I think if we're, why am I held accountable for some random fucking...
Why am I held accountable?
19-year-old in Yemen's tweets. What?
Because you fucking platform him, you stupid son of a bitch. You platformed him. What do you mean? Context clues, Hasan, bro. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Dude, Hasan's like, come on, man. All I said was he's doing awesome work and that I support him 100%. How am I being held accountable for what he does?
What is happening? How many steps removed are we from this situation?
0? I mean, you platformed him. Do you not remember? Did the check not clear or something? When faced with fair criticism for his coverage of the Houthi Luffy, he has a total meltdown.
I fucking despise all of you, dude. I do. I really do. I hate all of you. You successfully got me to talk about this, and my patience is running thin on this matter. The endless selfishness, the untapped well of American selfishness and American individualism is in full display. How is this the conversation that you want to have right now?
One of the most cynical methods Hasan deploys to sidestep any criticism is to deflect to the ongoing genocide in Gaza. I've seen him do this so many times. He frames it like you are selfish for trying to criticize him, no matter what the reason is.
Because obviously anyone who criticizes him 100% supports what happens in Gaza, right? It is very bad, Nerdy John. If Twitch becomes like Vine or Storyfire, I'm not going to cry a tear. Okay.
pissed because there's a genocide happening, man. How can you criticize me at a time like this?
Claiming that I am, you know, too pro-Houthi. When someone is like focusing on that while there's an active fucking ethnic cleansing campaign happening. He also apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life. In the middle of fucking talking about fucking genocide in Gaza, and this dumb fuck. Blow your nose, brother. Love you. Not trying to be mean. Just keep some tissue nearby and clear it out occasionally when needed. Much love. Fuck you, dude. My argument sucks? You think it justifies genocide? What are you, stupid? Everything that can be tangentially turned into like Jewish people are under attack is a decent way to just like drive discourse away from open genocide in Gaza. If your sole focus when Israel is doing a complete genocide in Gaza, if your sole focus revolves around that people are saying you're a Zionist, yeah, go fucking yell at streamers for not covering sufficiently the ongoing active genocide in Gaza instead of coming in here and fucking chirping at me.
It's quite a charge to just say I'm a stenographer for the Israeli government or I'm a propagandist. I don't think there's any evidence I'm either of those things. I'm curious who you think I am doing
While
the
we're
propaganda
having this
for.
conversation, 3,000 Pierce, while we're having this back and forth, 3,840 Palestinians have been ruthlessly slaughtered in the last incursion into Gaza. I feel like this is an incredibly selfish...
Dude, fucking news media is dead. Hasan Piker, Twitch streamer.
Self-centered conversation to have.
This technique is so powerful because everyone is afraid of being labeled as a genocide denier. Piers Morgan, with decades of experience, immediately surrenders when the genocide card is pulled.
When you're just a fucking stenographer, you're not a truth teller.
He has every right to defend himself. And grow a pair, Piers. Stand up for yourself, man. It's time to stop being intimidated by these online overnight activists who couldn't even point to Gaza on a map before October 7th. Like Hasan, for example.
Doesn't know where Yemen is? Okay, I'm gonna click close. I'm close.
Wait, he doesn't know where. No. He didn't know where Yemen was? You platformed him. If it was an actual interview, an actual journalism, it would be one thing. But he acted like a teenager talking to a crush during lunch. I know, right? He's like, oh my God. So like, you raided those ships? Oh my God, so hot. So hot.
Closing it. I'm closing it. I think Nope.
You don't. Oh my fucking God. You don't know where fucking Yemen is?
Nope. Got it.
How can you claim to actually care about this genocide when you're willing to so cynically...
Dude, he's Disneyland? Dude, did you know Disney is partially owned by Jewish people?
Exploit it to sidestep any criticism. What a bigot. Before we move on, Hasan has one final taste of idiocy for us all to enjoy.
Now this kid is like, I think he was like 19 at the time when I talked to him. Which means that for most of his life, he has withstood genocide, right? Like he is a person whose only experience is like, it's literally like talking to fucking Anne Frank, basically. Okay, being able to talk to
Dude, that's fucking wild. Bro, the fact that you're using Anne Frank, like one of the most well-known Jewish figures in history, to support your fucking argument is crazy. That would be $30, sir. What a selfish conversation to have while there's a genocide going on in Gaza, dude. Next time they want me to pay for a cheeseburger, I'm gonna use that. Sir, okay, yeah, that Big Mac's like $20. Like, bro, there's a genocide going on. You're seriously gonna fucking make me pay for food?
Anne Frank, in real time.
To quote Anne Frank, I keep my ideals because in spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart. Anne Frank continues to inspire generations of people because in the face of a genocide that eventually took her and her entire family's life, except for her dad, she refused to give in to hate, malice, and violence. And then there's this guy, who would have killed Anne Frank if he ever met her.
You might think this is a sweet, innocent girl. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys we are working on a new edition just for you, Hasan. You should hear about the time she went roaming the streets of Berlin at night with a knife, slitting the throats of families, including children, babies, and the elderly. She's killed children, you guys. She even rapes people. She's just like Luffy. There is no other way to describe this than
terrorist propaganda. Not only is he platforming terrorist propaganda, right, uncritically, he's participating in it. He's enhancing it. He is not just a conduit. He is an active participant who's disseminating it to more and more people in a way more consumable form. This is extremely fucked up. But why should he care? Their flag doesn't say death to fucking Turks. It says curse upon the Jews. Hasan likes to obfuscate on this and says nobody cares when Sean Penn interviewed El Chapo.
Sean Penn literally interviewed El Chapo. Exactly, dude.
Nobody is saying.
But Sean Penn, I assume, was like, yo, you like El Chapo, man. You like so fucking cool. You're like Walter White. You're like Walter White.
They can't have difficult conversations with controversial people. You just have to ask them hard questions, guys. We know this. Now let's move on to everybody's favorite terrorist organization, our friends in the north. It's Hezbollah. Where do I even begin? Thousands of civilians have been killed globally from their terrorist acts, car bombs, and suicide attacks. They even assassinated the Lebanese prime minister. They've hijacked civilian airplanes. They've shot 15,000 rockets into civilian centers. And if you can imagine, that's not even the worst things they've done. They participated in the slaughter of over 500,000 Syrian civilians to help a dictator, Bashar Assad, stay in power. They indiscriminately bombed over civilian centers, and they killed hundreds of thousands of civilians in what can only be described as a genocide. They are a designated terrorist group by the US, by the EU, and, oh yeah, the entire Arab League, which gave them that status after their participation.
Let's see, removed from the list in 2024. Okay.
And the Syrian genocide. In short, nobody likes them. Well, there is one person.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
They are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well, like
I like what you like.
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just say.
This is Hezbollah's leader, Hasan Nasrallah. According to Hasan Piker, this man is a brilliant freedom fighter. But before we get into that, let's see how he feels about Jewish people. Here are some choice quotes from Hezbollah's leader, Hasan Nasrallah. According to Shaul Shai, Hasan Nasrallah said in a speech delivered in Beirut, "What do the Jews want? They want security and money. Throughout history, the Jews have been Allah's most cowardly and avaricious creatures. If you look all over the world, you will find no one more miserly or greedy than they are."
I don't have an issue with them.
If we search the entire world for a person more cowardly, despicable, weak, and feeble in psyche, mind, ideology, and religion, we would not find anyone like the Jew. Notice, I do not say Israeli.
I don't have an issue with them.
If Jews all gathered in Israel, it will save us the trouble of going after them worldwide. The history of Jews has proven that, regardless of the Zionist proposal, they are a people who are evil in their ideas. The state of the grandsons of apes and pigs, the Zionist Jew, the murderers of the prophet. The Jews invented the legend of the Nazi atrocities.
I don't have an issue with them.
Wow. The guys at straight up said, oh yeah, they made up all the stuff that Hitler did. And Hasan's like, yeah, I support that.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen. You have to remember something, okay? A lot of these dudes, you see them in their fucking fits, and you hear about like some of their attitudes about like gay people, for example, and you immediately fucking resort to Orientalist perspectives, not realizing that these motherfuckers are better read than you by a million.
So that justifies their homophobia? It's okay to be homophobic as long as I'm well read about it, right? It's okay to slaughter gay people as long as I'm well read, right, Hasan? Is that what we're saying? I'm sure many of your LGBT streamers are very happy to hear that, Hasan.
Okay. Like it's not it's not a broken
pages.
Jesus, Teddy, with another $4.99. What's the best part is all these quotes literally sound like something you see in actual Nazi propaganda saying. Yeah, especially the feeble mind one. Yeah, you know exactly, dude. And he doesn't even sugarcoat it there. He just says Jew. He says Zionist Jew in like one of the quotes, but yeah, he just says Jew. And Hasan's like, yes, I 100% support what this guy is saying. It's absolutely maddening.
Clock situation. No, dude. Half of these dudes literally get educated in America and in the UK. What the fuck are you guys talking
I love the dono sound. I do too. No, I would. Oh my god, I was about to shill there. I'm not gonna do that.
about?
The more you learn,
This is why
the
it's
more you
Orientalist. To literally look at these dudes and go, oh no, they're fucking barbaric baboons, and like sometimes they get this shit right. No, dude, he knows. It's crazy. He's read more books than you could ever imagine. Knowledge. And also, ultimately, he is regarded as a pretty brilliant a person in terms of like everything that he's done. You might not agree with his methods. You might not agree with his attitude overall in terms of like, his opinions on civil liberties and shit like that.
Last week, Naraha, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that, had said gay people, even if they do it once, are to be killed, end quote.
But ultimately, this motherfucker has read a shit ton of books.
knowledge.
I feel I've shown you guys enough evidence that Hezbollah is an evil terrorist organization, but have you considered this?
What you meant to say is Hezbollah is Muslim, okay? That's what you meant to say. What you meant to say is they're Muslim. So, of course, as they're Muslim, it's different.
If you're wondering why Hasan's audience is so radicalized, it's because of stuff like this.
Israel, America's greatest ally, the most important country in the world, the most moral nation, the most moral democracy on the planet, is ruthlessly and mercilessly bombing southern Lebanon, including southern Beirut.
What did Lebanon do?
They just kind of were there. They happen to be Israel's neighbor.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Even as someone who's critical of Israel, this retelling is fucking insane.
They just kind of were there.
Hezbollah started launching rockets into Israel hours after the October 7th raid began. They launched 12,000 rockets, killed nearly 100 people, including 12 children, and displaced 250,000 Israelis from northern Israel. That's what caused them to respond.
What did Lebanon do?
Shit. Why did he ask that?
Oh,
What do I say?
AI, that's great.
Do I tell him the real reason? No, my audience will kill me for being a Zionist. Okay, let's try this. They just kind of were there. Hell yeah, another slick political safe by boots on the ground Hasan Piker. Damn, I'm good.
Even as a pro-Palestine activist, how does lying about this serve your agenda? All it does is further radicalize people. It removes any nuance, and it avoids any criticism for his team. And this is what continues to drive this conflict on forever. Hasan is dedicated to pleasing his radical audience, even at the price of knowingly lying to them for TikTok and Twitter likes.
I'm a propagandist.
Or he's being paid, which, you know, we can't rule out. What a
John, did you
pathetic
already watch
propagandist
this, or
piece
is
of
this, like,
shit
the first
liar
time seeing
he
it?
is.
This is
And
my
now-
first time seeing this.
Let's move to Hamas, the catalyst for this entire thing. They're the ones that committed this horrible act of terrorism, one of the worst the world has ever seen, on October 7th. They are without a doubt the most extreme of all of these terrorist organizations. They are Islamic jihadists that want to convert all of Israel into an Islamic state under Sharia law. That's their stated goal. Hamas has been on the designated terrorist group pretty much as long as there's been a group. These guys have been suicide bombing civilians before ISIS leaders were even born. They fired 50,000 rockets into civilian populations and performed over 100 suicide bombings, killing thousands of civilians. Women are restricted from participating in the workplace and public life. Homosexuality is outlawed, and in some cases, of course, punishable by death. They steal foreign aid from the people of Gaza and repurpose it for military use, or they just sell it back to them. For example, why are all the Hamas leaders billionaires? And let's be real, these guys clearly are not skipping any meals. While the people of Gaza languish in poverty, these fine gentlemen are living in multi-million-dollar
Dude, Hasan's like, yo, I want to be one of those.
penthouses in Qatar. That lines up with leftist values, or, well, they were billionaires. Because they're all dead. They're killed, they're all dead. Hamas is a bunch of psychopathic terrorists of the worst order. And nobody would be crazy enough to defend them. And it says, is this Hassan again? Hassan defended Hamas? Seriously? Okay.
We had to make last-minute changes to this part to prevent it from being age-restricted on YouTube. I cut out the footage from Hamas, and I will attempt to narrate it for you as best I can. In this scene, an older woman is walking hand in hand with a girl who looks about 12. And as they're getting in the back of the van, one of the terrorists gives them a wave goodbye and says goodbye to them in English.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
And the two of them smiling wave back.
That's crazy, dog. Dude. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. That actually, okay, that's too much. That's more than I expect. Bro, every time they're releasing hostages, the next wave, they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
These hostages are being released at gunpoint by the people who likely murdered their family in front of them before kidnapping them.
And obviously they're saying goodbye in English and like waving toward them, so that way like it looks good propaganda-wise.
Hasan peddling this narrative that they're sad to leave their captors is beyond disgusting.
The next wave, they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good.
It's plainly obvious these are traumatized victims who are scared for their life and doing what the terrorists are telling them to do in order to avoid any conflict on the way out. Oh, look at the sweet masked terrorist with his AK-47. He's so nice. Did you guys see how he waves goodbye?
Dude, okay, I'm gonna be honest. This is some crazy PR. They look traumatized as fuck. Wait, what? Bro, they look like they're chilling.
This girl who had her foot blasted off on October 7th and then operated on without anesthesia or painkillers is so sorry to say goodbye to her captors. She's gonna miss their hospitality, like being raped and being watched showering and changing.
The next wave, they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
It's so obvious the terrorists are telling them what to do. Ethan, how can you say that? They look so happy. Keep waving. These morons forgot to cut out this part. Yes, that's a terrorist giving them an order to keep waving. And she does. See how fast she reacts? Totally not a fearful victim of terroristic kidnapping. Anyone peddling this nonsense should be embarrassed and ashamed. How pathetic can you get?
The next wave, they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Bro, they look like they're chilling.
All right, the Houthis is one thing, but he's not going to turn on Hamas propaganda videos and watch it on stream. There's no way.
Oh, but he would. Oh.
Okay, it's getting hard to defend him. Freedom fighters, musical. Shit!
Here is a video that came out of how Hamas produces their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
He can hardly contain his admiration for them.
Produces their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
Let's see how long he can go without offering any commentary or analysis on this Hamas hype video.
Is that COD?
Is that COD? Is that COD, chat? Is that COD?
One minute, 36 seconds. Nice. He's taken his time to analyze and think. I expect nothing less from a journalist such as Hasan.
Quiet, everybody. He's about to speak. He's gonna talk.
That's crazy.
Yo, man. Yo, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy, man.
He's done it again.
We love you.
We will continue killing your soldiers by our locally manufactured snipers. Wow, there's a little message for the Americans out there as well. They're saying like artisanal snipers. So why am I showing you this?
Good question. Why are you showing us 2 minutes of uninterrupted Hamas propaganda? I'm sure he has a good answer.
The reason why I'm showing you this is because one thing that the Israeli maintenance of the apartheid has shown us is that there are no half measures on genocide. You either got to hit the full gen, okay? You can't do half genocide, a little bit of displacement, and then continue.
What the? Teddy, what the fuck are you tweeting out? Teddy, what the fuck are you tweeting out here? Ethan, in terms of accepting Hasan's debate, bad news, Ethan. Hasan will only watch it if he can hide behind Ban Empanada's reaction to it. Just put Ethan's video at the bottom of a Houthi musical. Just sweeten the deal for him. Oh my god.
Maintaining an apartheid state and maintaining an occupation. Okay? Which is basically what America did back in the day when, you know, we were building America, Manifest Destiny, right?
Hold on. You showed this to us because of Manifest Destiny? The fuck are you talking about? This is just word salad. I mean, he's really saying nothing here. So he has no good reason. Got it. Okay, fine. He likes Hamas. He watches their propaganda. But he's not going to deny the violent rapes that took place. That is way beyond the pale.
There is one instance in captivity that we have actually gotten verifiable evidence on. Beyond that, the systematized mass rapes that Hamas dealt on October 7, not a single bit of that has been verified. And people still run with it over and over and over again.
Many young people who were simply attending a music festival, women were horribly raped. As I said then, I say today, Israel has a right to defend itself.
What rapes did Hezbollah do? Bro, what rapes did Hamas do? What are you talking about? The Stop Anti-Semitism account that considered me to be anti-Semite of the week has also been hallucinating rapes once again, doing rape fantasies once again, because they're fucking men.
See, he goes from like, well, come on, guys, he'll outright deny that these like human rights atrocities happen, and then when he's shown undeniable proof that they happen, it's like, well, like, come on, man, they're not like perfect. They're not like perfect, man. I mean, come on.
Mentally ill.
Hamas has committed horrific acts of sexual violence and took
women and girls, men and boys slaughtered after enduring sexual violence. The deadliest day for the Jewish people.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. So that's the other part of this problem that many people that can't contend with. Like,
I can't believe how quickly leftists go from believe all women to pics or it didn't happen. The vast majority of people, if not all, who were raped were murdered on the spot, obviously.
Gam Goldstein Almog was kidnapped from her home on October 7th by Hamas terrorists and was held captive for 51 days. Though only 17 years old, she witnessed the murder of her father and sister on that day and is now speaking out about what she witnessed in Gaza as well in a new documentary by Sheryl Sandberg, Screams Before Silence. In new footage, Agam reveals that sexual assault and rape was a regular component of the life as a hostage in Gaza.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
Hasan, maybe you would like to call her a liar. Please, go right ahead.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
There are dozens of testimonies from witnesses, most of who were in hiding and heard or saw it happen. And each week, there's more stories coming out. There's a UN report that concludes it happened.
Doesn't matter.
But Hasan needs a rape.
Yeah, just listen. The freedom fighters, the resistance, they have some flaws every now and then. You have to understand that, chat. You have to understand, like Hasan understands.
Kit from a mutilated body. It's so vile to deny the suffering and trauma of the victims just because you need your heroes at Hamas to be perfect. This conflict will never end until people realize that Palestinian liberation and Israeli security are not mutually exclusive. You need both, and it can be done, but not while people like Hasan lie, propagandize, and incite hate. It's people like him, ironically, that prolong the conflict indefinitely. There's no space for conversation. There's no space for rational thought. There's no space for nuance. My position on Palestine is like 5 degrees off from where Hasan is. And to him and his community, I'm the devil. I'm a Nazi. It's delusional thinking, and it's destructive to their own cause.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. God forbid you throw up the fucking green Hamas banner.
What is that?
And now, let's move on to our next terrorist organization, Twitch TV. Sinwar. Nasrallah, Dan Clancy. Of course, I'm being a little silly when I call Twitch a terrorist organization. It's only a megaphone for terrorist propaganda. Dan Clancy has been the CEO for a few years, and under his leadership, there's been a few notable instances, one being reducing the premium subscription split from 70-30 to 50-50, which he reversed after backlash. He also attempted to ban the size of sponsored logos on stream to 3% of the size of the
Which is so dumb. So dumb to do, by the way.
screen, was also reversed after backlash. So he's essentially achieved nothing. Oh, well, there is one thing. He actually laid off 900 employees. That one he did not take back. But here's where the trouble begins. He likes Hasan. He really likes Hasan.
Let me read you an excerpt from a recent interview Dan did. Not a gamer himself, Clancy mostly watches musicians or talk shows on Twitch. He particularly enjoys leftist political commentator Hasan Piker. I like the frankness and the bluntness. He's comfortable saying whatever he believes. Don't you think that might be part of the problem there, Danny boy?
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
By speaking what he believes, he should be on Rumble with the other fringe radical political streamers. But no, not under Dan Clancy's watch. Dan has elevated him to the status of Twitch Golden Boy. And if you still have doubts, let this settle the matter. Just for clarity, Dan Clancy is the one filming and singing in this video.
Happy birthday to you.
What the fuck?
Happy birthday to you.
Bro, we're never beating the Hasan runs Twitch allegations after this.
You do, motherfucker.
This is crazy. Oh my God.
Happy birthday, dear Hasan.
This is crazy.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm cooked. I'm
Happy
cooked.
birthday from Twitch, Hasan. Happy birthday from Twitch.
I've been looking around and I genuinely have never seen another video like this anywhere, where Dan Clancy or any top executive forced all these poor sons of bitches during their lunch break to gather around in the crew room and sing happy birthday for Hasan Piker. How humiliating is that? There's also a small issue of Dan being a total creep.
Want to explore clips?
That's very nice.
And now you have a clips feed. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Suppose you want to check out the stories to see what you missed yesterday. You click there.
So basically, this tool that they have, Twitch is trying to implement it they're trying to implement like a TikTok-like system. I know people have criticisms for like YouTube Shorts, and I get it, but like, come on, man, like, this is so fucking dumb.
And now you're in your stories feed.
Dude, why the fuck are, dude, what the?
Okay.
Clancy, aren't you married?
Okay.
Are you married?
That's very nice.
Yeah.
That's also.
Clancy, we caught you gooning.
Okay? Okay. Suppose you want to check out the stories to see what you missed yesterday. You click there. And now you're in your stories. Okay?
Okay. That's very nice.
Yeah.
That's also.
Have a seat on that chair.
Okay.
Caught you gooning.
What were you doing with your pants?
You know, Dan, I would have let this creep narrative go. If it didn't happen twice, roll it.
You want to see clips? Swipe this way and now you're seeing...
Bro! Dude, that's fucking Smirk, he knows. That mother, I don't know who he's streaming with, but that guy knows.
The clips are... And that's not necessarily the algorithm.
First of all, it's gross enough you're a creep, but what an incompetent idiot you are. You're the CEO of Twitch and you get caught with the
I wonder why fucking titty streamers haven't been banned. I wonder why, chat. You know, I think Dan's a little, he's operating with only one hand, you know.
You get caught with the girlies on your homepage twice? Bro, come on, dude. You got wife, man. Got daughters. We don't need to know about this. Don't want that in my head, bro.
It's also a little bit disturbing considering, he's these people's bosses. Okay? All right, so he's incompetent.
That's another factor.
He's a creep. He's protecting terrorist propagandists. So what's up? So what's the big deal with Dan Clancy? Well, what happened next is what really made me realize how corrupted and rotten Twitch is to the very core of the organization. First, let me introduce you to Frogan.
Why don't you go take a trip to Home Depot and buy some rope?
She's one of Hasan's main moderators. She's leading great discourse like Ethan's Islamophobic for saying, don't kill civilians.
She has zero talent. She has 100 concurrent viewers, but somehow she's always on the homepage. She's winning awards. Nobody's watching her. Nobody cares. Why is she relevant? We don't know.
It's important for me to show you guys what an actual horrible person Frogan is, so that you can see who Twitch is elevating. So let's start with this clip. Ludwig, a large streamer on Twitch, donated $10,000 to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. That's a wonderful thing to do, right? No, not good enough for Frogan.
I find ultimately, like, if I were to do a charity thing where the charity thing relies on your donations, it should be something where, like, 95% of people feel good and are down for it. And, like, ultimately, regardless of what you think, that is not the situation here. So I personally donated $10K. Because I think it is worthwhile. And if you guys got some extra bread, I would recommend you donate. But I won't throw it on you, you know what I mean? No thanks. And some people are going to say that, you know what I mean? That's why it's the difference.
This is a cracker take.
This is a cracker take. This is a cracker take. By the way, this is a cracker take. And keep in mind, she's half white. And even beyond the fact that she's half white, she sounds like the whitest bitch ever. Does she not? That's a cracker take. Bro, she's fucking... Dude, this fucking LA, man.
Difference between, like, hey, I can put my money where my mouth is, but I don't need to put your money there. I don't need to enter a fucking debate about whether that's worthwhile.
Take.
Cracker ass take.
Arabs are dying, but
And by the way, she doesn't wear the hijab because she's religious. She, like, that's literally the only way you'd be able to identify that she's like half Arab. So that way, bro.
I'm not gonna tell you to donate. Do whatever you want. Me, I donated $10,000, but I'm not gonna promote it. Just don't say you donated $10,000 then. Look, if you're not actively believing...
Bro, objectively speaking, Ludwig has done more for Palestine than she's ever done, and she's fucking bitching about it. That's fucking funny.
If you don't believe in the cause, and if you're not against genocide at this point, like...
Dude, wait, white saviors. Bro, they're fucking... I love how people are, like, upset simultaneously. These people are upset simultaneously that, like, the Western civilization is not helping Palestine, but then whenever someone does actually help Palestine, they're like, fucking white saviors. Like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Keep your fucking money. Keep your $10,000. Keep your little...
Bro, considering that you're doing it, like, funny enough, like, the irony is this is an emergency rent stream where she's fucking begging people to pay her rent. She's begging people to pay her rent, and she's like, "The fucking audacity! We don't need your $10,000." Well, clearly you need fucking money because you're not doing any fucking charity streams, are you? You're not donating money, are you? You fucking selfish bitch.
Like, what do you want? Do you want me to say, like, congratulations?
Imagine being Frogan, a leftist living in LA in comfort, begging for her rent money on stream, and telling displaced and famished Palestinian children, "No kids, you need to give that $10,000 back. Ludwig didn't pass my purity test."
Keep your fucking money.
But wait, there's more.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers.
Oh, this one.
Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Boo fucking...
U.S. military. Like, this is what I mean. Like, she doesn't... Dude.
I hope you get pizza.
Dude, the fucking whiteness is off the charts. I bet you she secretly drinks Starbucks off camera.
TSD.
She needs her Starbucks.
oh my God, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
This clip obviously made the rounds on social media and rightfully outraged a lot of people. Here's how she responded the next day.
I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America. And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base? Based? Like, am I supposed to be like I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Base?
The smug defiance Frogan is showing is only because she knows that Twitch will do nothing to moderate her, despite veterans being classified as a protected group in Twitch's own community guidelines. But wait, there's more.
Okay, 6250, 9/11 baking stream with Raf and Capri. If we get to this goal by 9/11, Capri, Raf, and
Dude,
I.
her fucking eyebrows. Look at those fucking eyebrows, man. Dude, she fucking looks like a fucking evil mastermind with
We'll
those
make
eyebrows,
the Twin
man.
Towers out of a stacked cake, and we'll make an airplane, and we'll recreate 9/11.
This tweet was the final straw for me. You'll notice the date is October 7th, 2023, the morning of the massacre, at 5:30 a.m. Pacific time. At this moment, Hamas militants had infiltrated a music festival and several kibbutzim, where they began their wanton slaying of civilians. Here's what she tweeted. Leftists preach and foam at the mouth at the thought of a revolution happening in America. But as soon as it happens in the Middle East, what they're doing is wrong. It's not what she said. It's when she said it. While she's on Twitter celebrating, I was listening to the local news in Israel. Families were calling into news stations begging for help. Let me show you what I mean.
Viewer discussion is advised. The following phone call is extremely disturbing and may upset some viewers. If you'd like to skip it, there is a bookmark in the timeline that tells you when the call is finished.
איפה את? איפה אתם? יואו, ממי, צריכים מיקום. תתחברו, תמצאו מקום, תתחברו. אבל אני אוהבת אותך, אנחנו בתוך הלחם, אי אפשר לצאת. אני יוצא לכיוון שלכם עכשיו, צריכים מיקום. אני בא, ממי, צריכים מיקום, אלוהים.
The morning of October 7th, Israelis were listening to calls like this all morning long, dozens of them. Imagine reading this tweet after listening to this. This woman should have moved on years ago to another profession, but for some reason Twitch is obsessed with keeping her on life support. And instead of moderating her, they actually gave her an award, Together for Legendary Woman, in which she would get front page placement all year long. This is actually my favorite detail about Frogan. She won a Rising Star Award at the Streamer Awards, an award show put on by her friends. And then the next year, guys, she gets nominated for Rising Star again. Are they fucking with her? You can't be Rising Star twice. It's up or it's down, man. In fact, you were never up. That was the problem. They tried to pretend like you were up, but you were always down. Rising Star twice. What's this, fucking Mario Kart? You hit a boost up there or some shit? Nice. Because Frogan is the two-time Rising Star champ, and because of her massive viewership of 100 concurrent viewers, it only makes sense that Twitch would give her one of the main stages at TwitchCon to do a 45-minute long segment. Her idea that was Twitch approved, an Arab to Jew racial tier list. So the premise is who can say Habibi, an Arabic word of affection like baby or sweetheart. And this tier list determines who can say it. Top and most desirable tier is Arab. And at the bottom, the worst one is, quote, loves Sabra. Now, why does Love Sabra equate to Jews? Sabra is a well-known Israeli company that makes hummus. They've been on the divestment list for many, many years, so the activists are well aware of their status. Oh yeah, and Sabra literally means a Jew that was born in Israel. It also plays up an anti-Semitic trope that denies Jewish identity in the Middle East. There's this idea that Israelis are all white colonizers who are stealing the culture and identity of Arabs to make it seem like they belong there. Watch Frogan and her co-hosts accuse Israelis of culturally appropriating Arab.
You hit a boost up there or some shit? Dude, that and Ethan's delivery literally sounds like something out of 2015 to 2016 H3H3. Dude, I'm you know what? If we need him to be hate fueled to do videos like this again, I hope Ethan's hateful 24/7 like this.
Culture.
Oh, the one thing that's like funny is that there's two types of like genocide, right? There's like genocide of real people, and then there's like cultural genocide, right? Like this is fucking funny. But like those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create Sabra and make that like the staple hummus of America, insane.
It's super offensive to us. And like that's actual like cultural appropriation. Like people get mad when someone has like dreadlocks and they call that culture. I'm like, come on, it's just like a hairdo. Like it's okay. People like white people are allowed to have dreadlocks if they want dreadlocks, but like actually trying to claim.
But I mean, okay, so like I think as cringy as it is, I think white people should be allowed to wear dreadlocks.
Our food, our desserts.
Just one question for you guys.
Who the fuck do you think is making the hummus in Israel? Martha Stewart? No, it's the same fucking Arabic-speaking Jews that you kicked out in the 1950s. Yes, they also like hummus, and they like all the same shit you do. Because they are you. They're from your country. You kicked them all out, and now you're accusing them of stealing your culture. You want to talk about cultural genocide? Well, here it is. You racist piece of shit.
Those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Hey, scumbag, here's a hummus place we used to eat at. The chef is from Yemen. Here's another dude from Syria. Does this dude look like a white colonizer to you? Would you like to tell him he's stealing your culture? Well, this is what most Israelis look like.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create Sabra.
This is casual bigotry being passed around like a leftist talking point. It's exactly why people are saying that anti-Semitism is coming mostly from the left. And yes, I know this dipshit is also Jewish. Incredible. He picked up so many tokens, he actually became one. And by the way, everybody on this panel is looking pretty fucking white themselves. So bearing all of this in mind, it's really not a
dude, I fucking love how he calls out the fact that fucking if Frogan wasn't wearing the hijab, you wouldn't fucking know that she was half Arab. You wouldn't fucking know whatsoever. And let me be clear, okay? I'm not saying that she can't be proud of her Arab culture. But, like, her whole identity is that she's Arab. But, like, he talks like this, and, cracker take.
The Love Sabra bracket.
Like, she sounds like your standard, like, Valley white girl. You know what I mean?
Dog whistle for Israelis or Jews.
The next person is one of my favorite people, Ethan Klein.
I told you guys to clap.
This is a good reaction.
That was a good one. That's good. All right. Turn that up. Turn giraffe.
We all know where this is going.
You guys are missing a category for Zionist. That was a joke. That was just a joke in my...
Fucking denims. Fucking dumbass bitch.
Well, obviously it's Love Sabra, right?
Yeah, it has to be.
That's easy. That's
Definitely Love Sabra.
She apparently consulted with the head of the KKK, and he told her, more subtle. So if it wasn't obvious enough, they pull me, one of the best-known Jewish creators, and immediately put me in Sabra. Hasan, by the way, who's Turkish, not Arab, is Arab. That's the good one. That's the good one. The Arab ethnicity is S tier.
Oh, wow. The Hasan orbiters put Hasan on top. Wow, I'm shocked.
Denim's jokes that we don't have a category low enough for Zionists. Once again, calling out my Jewish identity.
Dude, where's the, you guys are missing a category for Zionist.
And if it isn't about being Jewish, why would they put Ben Shapiro in the thumbnail, one of the other most prominent Jews on YouTube, in the category next to me when he's not even featured in the game? Who's next down there? Anne Frank? Einstein? Seth Rogen? Schindler? Well, he wasn't Jewish, but they would put him down there, let's be real. It also doesn't help their case that both my wife and Ben Shapiro's wife were born in Israel, which would make them Sabras. So love Sabra, literally in this case, means Jew lover. That sounds pretty racist. And what about the
They're
title?
fucking
How
nice.
Arab are these Twitch streamers? Hold on a minute. I thought this was about hummus. You know, I'm tired of these people gaslighting me. Haven't the Jews been gassed enough? So you're telling me you understand what a microaggression is, but you can't understand why a Jewish man might be uncomfortable with this. I feel like this is indefensible, blatant, obvious.
Well, you see, it's okay to offend people if they're the correct people to offend. Like the narrative of it's not okay to offend anyone only applies to people that they categorize as not okay, right? Like I'm sure if there was a black guy who was very pro-Israel, they would probably not call him the N-word directly, but they would like use every other sort of slur in the book. Someone needs to show this to iDubbbz to show him that it's possible to be funny and also change. True.
Anti-Semitism, and this was greenlit by Twitch to appear on their main stage. How is that even possible? Right in front of their sponsors too, Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This racial tier list was brought to you by our sponsors, Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This is an example of Twitch management elevating a racist nobody like Frogan at the detriment of their own company's well-being. Why? After the predictable controversy this caused, Dan Clancy, the CEO, went live for the first time after 2 weeks and did an FAQ.
It's exciting to be here. Mary, thanks for having me. It's always a joy to do this with you. And we have a lot to talk about. And, looking forward to questions.
Let's take a look at some of the questions they got. This person asked, do you plan on addressing the anti-Semitism problem? Dan's response, permanent ban. Why do you not ban streamers that show terrorist propaganda on your website? Good question.
Ban, huh?
Permanent ban. Do you care to comment about the ADL and anti-Semitism on Twitch? Ban. Why the fuck is the CEO banning people for asking reasonable questions about a relevant controversy they've been in? What the fuck is this? These are not even written like in a mean way. You are banned, just like the entire country of Israel. It had just been discovered around the same time as this Arab tier list that Twitch had secretly, without announcing it anywhere, banned the entire country.
Yeah, and that's that was the start of Dan, another Dan, the Dan that's associated with Destiny, ironically enough. This was the cause of his boycott against Twitch.
Country of Israel from creating new accounts. This was enacted right after October 7th, and it continued on for a year. And if you're wondering how you didn't hear about it before,
By the way, Thomas, he just approved my videos, Nerdy John. Oh no. He just approved of your videos?
It's not because the Israelis weren't talking. Here's the top Israeli streamer's video about it, which is entitled, Twitch does not want Jews on their platform. He explains that they slowly started to realize no accounts could be made, and him and his fellow Israeli streamers were causing a lot of noise to get noticed. But Twitch completely ignored them for 5 months. When he created a support ticket with Twitch, it was straight up deleted with zero explanation. Around the end of the year, when people started talking about anti-Semitism on Twitch, Dan Saltman discovered the Israel ban when he was sent the code proving the block happened, presumably from someone who works at Twitch, and it could no longer be ignored. Israeli and American media started to pick up the story, which finally forced Twitch to respond. He also explains the block started on October 13th, which happens to be Global Jihad Day, when Islamic terrorists call on others globally to act, which he thinks is an odd coincidence. They were never notified in any way, and it greatly affected their business. He says he doesn't feel safe with Dan Clancy in power, as he feels he can no longer trust him. When Israelis try to sign up, it gives you a generic error message. It doesn't say anything that suggests that you're ineligible because you're in Israel. So when one of these guys wrote to Twitch customer service, this is what they said. I am really sorry that you are having issues creating an account. We have reviewed your case thoroughly
and can confirm that, unfortunately, you are not eligible to create a Twitch account. As a result, we will be closing your case at this time.
Under the new increased scrutiny, Dan Clancy panicked and posted 2 terrible explanations on Twitter that were immediately community noted.
How can Twitch say on one hand that they've reviewed the case thoroughly, and then on the other hand say it was an accident and they didn't know? This is all very fishy.
A big media company like Twitch doesn't realize that their new account signups from Israel has completely flatlined?
Dude, this is the open anti-Semitism from Twitch is fucking hilarious.
You're telling me that you guys didn't notice that? That's impossible. Then, at the same time, it was announced that Sneeko, Fresh and Fit, and the little Houthi twink terrorists were all unbanned and they could stream again on Twitch. This is like the holy trinity of anti-Semitism.
So guys, yeah, we're back on Twitch. Welcome. I know we had gotten banned or whatever, or we got suspended, but I went ahead and appealed it.
Ironically enough, I think they were banned because of all the Jewish talk. Same with Sneeko, they were banned for the Jewish talk stuff.
And we're back in the house, man. So for all the haters out there that were like, you know, oh yeah, they got banned on Twitch. Hey, be mad. Be mad, guys, because we are back in the house. They can't stop us.
They did stop them an hour later. All 3 of the accounts were eventually rebanned. But the decision to unban those 3 creators at that exact time, and being 3 of the best known anti-Semites on the internet, seems to clearly be trying to send a message.
And then it was discovered that Twitch's head of policy and community guidelines was previously fired from her job publicly by the British government. Why? She does not like the Jews.
That's right. Their head of trust and safety.
UK TV regulator Ofcom suspends director for liking Instagram posts accusing Israel of ethnic cleansing.
Safety was previously suspended from her job at Ofcom for being too anti-Zionist.
And guess where her very next job was at? That's right, Twitch TV.
Apparently she was posting pro-Hamas tweets only mere days after October 7th happened.
That's so interesting. It sounds just like someone else we know. It's almost like supporting terrorists is institutional. Hell, it might even be a prerequisite.
Take a look at this tweet from Twitch's senior manager of inclusive marketing, Bridget Chermating, on October 12th. People are posting screenshots of them donating to Israel relief funds. Shake my head, y'all are truly rooting for the oppressor. Read a damn book. This tweet was made only 5 days after the October 7th massacre. The donations she's criticizing would go to families like this, if they were still alive. This entire family was murdered in cold blood by Hamas terrorists on October 7th. Bridget, who did these little girls oppress? How can you act so high and mighty for your cause and be so callous and inhuman for the innocents on the other side? This statement was made by the senior manager for inclusive marketing. Is that some kind of joke? Is this what inclusion looks like at Twitch?
It does.
Is it really crazy at this point, after all this, to say that Twitch has an anti-Semitism problem? I think it would be harder at this point to argue the opposite.
Oh, Bridget, one more thing. Sorry, I forgot. Can you tell me the answer to this riddle? What's the difference between a Boy Scout and a Jewish kid? I'm standing by. Let us know. And yes, it's true. I should point out this tweet is from 2011. This one, however, is from 22. Sarah Silverman tweeted out, Kanye threatened the Jews yesterday on Twitter and it's not even trending. Why do mostly only Jews speak up against Jewish hate? The science is so loud. Bridget said, this was the energy I was around when I worked with 2 Jewish women in social impact who are both senior to me. She's trying to make Sarah Silverman seem like some kind of Jewish Karen for caring about anti-Semitism. I wouldn't really care about any of this
if she wasn't the head of fucking diversity at Twitch. What the fuck is happening here?
This is insane.
So with people like her deciding what is and isn't okay on Twitch, there's no surprise that you end up with these extraordinarily uneven enforcements of the rules.
Take, for example, this clip of the streamer Destiny. He was permanently banned for what he said here.
That community is never worth engaging with. There's just no point in doing it.
Like, it's too, the risk of me, like, ending up getting, like, permabanned and my life destroyed because of these, like, inbred fucking disgusting losers is, like, it's just not worth it. It's just totally not worth it.
And okay, you know, fair enough. If you're going to be consistent with the enforcement, then, you know, let's have a friendly place, a safe environment. It's calling a minority group inbred, which results in a permanent ban. Okay. Okay, has anyone else done that?
The Jewish KKK brigades out there, just a bunch of fucking inbred hicks. Imagine the most inbred white supremacist guy you can imagine, okay? Every week there was another fucking psychopathic settler, inbred fucking douchebag. Oh, these inbred fucking douchebags in the background, dude. A nation entirely comprised of messianic, inbred, ultra-orthodox psychopaths that these inbred don't understand. Educated, inbred, fundamentalist hicks.
Calling us in the middle of campus, calling us inbred, that we have no culture. One of them grabbed my friend's Israeli flag in the middle of campus, carried it to a mob by the gate that were communicating with the angry mobs outside of campus.
Untrained, inbred asses shipped into southern Lebanon, telling us that we are all inbred and that we have no culture.
You want to see clips?
Inbred, 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 inbred.
Happy birthday from Twitch, Hasan. The clips are, and that's not necessarily the algorithm.
اسأل أصحاب الفخامة والمعالي واسألوا عن الحشد العسكري.
Hasan, a non-Jewish person, is referring to Jews as inbred consistently throughout his career.
Inbred, ultra-orthodox psychopaths.
Zero punishment. Hasan interviewing a Houthi pirate.
The Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Zero punishment. Hasan watching terrorist propaganda with zero critical commentary.
They do
What is
they do
this?
musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Zero punishment. Hasan threatening a sitting congressperson. This one actually blew my mind. When I saw he tweeted that, I said, he's done after this for sure. For sure he is.
For those that may not recognize this weapon, I'll explain. Shinzo Abe is a former Japanese prime minister. He served from 2012 to 2020. He was assassinated in July of 22, in a stunning fashion that left the Japanese public horrified. He was killed with a makeshift weapon that the shooter had built himself at home. So when Hasan saw this tweet that he didn't like, he posted the schematics in what can only be presumed as an invitation to someone in his fan base to build this weapon and then assassinate this sitting congressperson, who wrote a tweet he did not like. I genuinely do not know how he didn't land himself in prison for making terroristic threats.
Zero punishment.
Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods.
And this isn't just a Hasan problem. It underscores a disturbing trend among leftists on Twitch. The problem is, if you can believe it, these people are frequently making death threats and facing zero consequence. I know it sounds far-fetched, but I assure you it's very real.
Listen, I'll up the number, okay? 30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear.
Bro, that Destiny guy needs to get Not gonna fucking lie.
It would just be so easy to it would solve all of our problems. Like, we would have socialism now at this point, right? We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and it would be so easy.
I remember this.
That happens. I mean, like a whole.
Oh, Mike from PA. Here we go.
Holy shit, guys! If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
Actually, Mike from PA, the dude that's stuck in the before image of a transformation story, did receive a 3-day ban.
This man put a bounty on a fellow streamer's head. This man should not be getting a 3-day suspension. He should be getting a knock on his door from the FBI.
I made this video for 2 reasons. First, to stop Hasan infiltrating mainstream media. Hasan has been welcomed by many mainstream outlets. They view him as a friendly social democrat, as someone who's just trying to spread progressive politics online to an important demographic. But we know that's not true. He is not their friend or their ally. If you ever see Hasan rubbing shoulders with anyone from mainstream media, let them know politely, with all the civility in the world, what kind of person he is when he thinks mainstream media isn't watching. Help them understand that his name should be associated with people like Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones, other fringe, radical, political commentators. Number 2, Twitch must be held accountable. Twitch has proven that it will not change by choice, and so it is our moral imperative to enact that change through any reasonable means that we can. Samsung, Chevron, and Capcom. Twitch has given them a lasting association with a racial tier list with Arabs at the top and Jews at the bottom. These brands have every right to know, and they should. We all recall YouTube's adpocalypse. It happened when ads were running over ISIS recruitment videos, and it caused a brand exodus. The same thing is happening now on Twitch, but instead of ISIS, it's the Houthis, Hamas, and Hezbollah. Dan Clancy's refusal to moderate extremists is the only reason for any of this. He is the sole person to blame. He had so many opportunities to stop this. Ultimately, after dedicating months of my life to creating this video, I am left with one overwhelming conclusion. Fuck this dude.
I can see why people would be iffy on that part, to be honest. Like, I'm not, again, to be consistent, I am not for going after sponsorships at all. So I have to kind of disagree with Ethan on that aspect, but like, I think overall the video was very good. Maybe that's my biases talking, so I'll keep that in mind. Overall, I think the video was very, very well done. I didn't really like that ending bit there talking about the sponsorships, but I think overall it was a very good call out on how Hasan operates.